Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Allison, and I'd like to welcome you back to Ocarina of Time 3D. We have returned to the inside of the Great Deku Tree in the search for more nuts. Apparently, adolescence is just not what it used to be in the 90s. Last time, we began our adventure with our intrepid protagonist, young Link, and we found ourselves at the center of a conspiracy, one that indicated that we might be important. And we'd rather not be. So we explored a little bit of this place and then noped out the second we saw all these spiders. Plus we inadvertently almost burned the place down just now. That's not good. But we've got a couple more gold sculptures to take care of here, and it's just a good idea to grab them just as early as we can get them. In increments of 10 tokens, we'll be able to get certain items and upgrades that would be very nice to have. And low-flying jets just ruining the day for all, and yeah, we'll just go and take these now. There are 100 of them, and after we reach 50, it'll be basically pointless, but we gotta do it, you know. So luckily this torch became lit because the next point of interest is blocked by webs, and we gotta burn it down. Just like this chest with a recovery heart, thank you. Let's go and snag you up. And make our way over before it runs out. Oh my god. Why were you guarding this, man? Put that away before it burns out, and we don't need any more nuts. Oh, hello. But we can still do that. So eventually we'll probably start doing some jump attacks on enemies because it is twice as powerful as a normal slash, but you do leave yourself wide open for a counter attack, or dare I say a parry. So be careful with that, and contend with another scrub. Please forgive me, master. I'll never do it again. But hey, if we spare him, he'll teach us something cool. So apparently we will never beat his brothers up ahead unless they're punished in the proper order. Wow, that sounds like a couple of freaks over there. But everyone who's played this game has had 23 as number 1 engraved into the back of their skull since childhood. And yes, I do think you're a traitor. Quite possibly the most traitorous of the bunch. But we've got an eye that we can shoot, which is great deduction by Link, I suppose, to open the door. That was locked before. At least we didn't have to burn anything down. And, oh, we get a crash course on how to swim. That's incredible. So there are some interesting things in the drink here, and why there's a reservoir of water inside of a tree. I don't know. I don't know what that says about the anatomical features of the Great Deku Tree, but I will say he's probably feeling very refreshed and relieved right now that some of the water has been ejected. So turns out he just needed to take a leak. He wasn't really cursed. No, that was that was just a conspiracy, I'm afraid. But we can go and make our way across without getting impaled, and we have the return of the Skulltula. There we are. Oh, and now you're gonna teach me how to move blocks. Nice. So the action icon is fairly important, and I guess it's why it's all-encompassing and it's always there. It never goes away, and it ruins everything that a thumbnail needs. Just a little attack button in the corner, you know. But oh, another locked door. We've got another withered boy. I'll take that. And then we got you. Thank you. Do I have to kill you all? I kind of don't think so. No, I just need to go and use this because you're just going to keep spawning. All right, I'll take the nuts and I'll light them up. Thank you. And put it away before it dissolves in our hand, which is always discouraging. And we can step in here and get a preemptive shot on this guy, who's just like, whoa! Hey, speaking of, there are Goma larvae in here, which are extremely annoying if they decide to attack as a group, which is, you know, good on them, but I just prefer not dealing with them. But this is a room that we'll have to return to a little bit later, just because we don't necessarily have the right equipment to pursue any further. There's a cracked wall, and sadly, we can do nothing about it. So instead, we're gonna go and burn some more stuff down. I'm sure old Dex doesn't mind. Hello. This is why I don't like using my launch day edition 3DS touchscreen. The corners are just a little worn down, to say the least. So If there's any game that I ever wanted to record on this console before it shits out, it's probably this one. So I'm glad we're getting to it now. We got more Dekubabas here. They're just minding their business. So we're gonna go and push this block down as a bit of a shortcut in case we might need it in a few years or so. I mean, we never know, but still nice to have for later. So leave that there. And if you want, you could have set it like right here and stood on it to grab the fire from up there, but not entirely necessary. No, because we've got ourselves this torch that we can play with also. And before we get too caught up on things, let's just burn it down and fall into the drink again. It's a good thing we have all of these bodies of water to break our falls. But we've got the trio of brothers. And what we essentially just need to do is just get up here and, oh, we're too close. Come on, shoot me before your friends, your siblings, they ruin everything. So the middle is 2, the guy on the right is 3, and sometimes they just don't even care. Here we go, and the last one. 23 is indeed number 1. Oh, but he's running. How did you know our secret? How irritating. I didn't even enjoy it this time. But the secret of Queen Goma has been revealed. In order to administer the coup de grace, strike while she's stunned. You don't say. Oh, Queenie. I like that they drop hearts and then they just kind of disappear. Now, my friends, is the moment we've all been waiting for. Our first boss. And this one is kind of a joke, especially in the original. Oh no. This does not bode well for us, I fear. This is Queen Goma. Anytime you see a red eye, slash as many times as you possibly can. She will be stunned and then retreat to the ceiling, at which point we can do the exact same thing before she has a chance to spawn any more of her annoying ass babies. When she's stunned from up here, she's also going to be out of commission for much longer, so with that, it's over. And as a token of our fight, we get ourselves a heart container, which increases our maximum life by 1. Let's get out of here. I think we saved the great Deku Tree. The curse has been broken, and we have demonstrated our courage. But it might not have been enough. And now he's got a story to tell us, so let's hunker down and listen to the man yap. Oh man. That was a lot of exposition just to tell us that the man in the desert is evil and should probably not be trusted. But we will never suffer that man and his evil heart to enter the sacred realm. He is the one who cast the death curse upon the great Deku tree and sapped his power, and because of that, his end is near. Although our valiant efforts to break the curse was successful, he was doomed before we even started. Oh no. He's been able to tell us these important matters instead of resting to recuperate what little energy he has left, but it's Hyrule's final hope. All in the hands of a sleepy child. Our next course of action is to go to Hyrule Castle and meet the Princess of Destiny. We'll take the stone, the one that the man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon the tree. We have been bestowed upon the Kokiri's Emerald, the spiritual stone of the forest. The future depends on me. Should I ever lose my way, seek a vision of the path from the Sheikah Stone, and with Navi to help us, we will succeed. Well, I can't wait to see how this is all gonna backfire by a skedaddling child dancing in front of me. What did I do? The great Deku trees. Oh no. Of course I would be blamed for the entire ordeal as he harumps off. Man, how can my day possibly get any worse? There better not be anything missing from my house by the time I get back there. Well, there's not much for us to do here in the village anymore. We could chat around with some of the other Kokiri children and they'll kind of wonder why we would plan on leaving or what has come of the great Deku tree. But apparently Mido only cares about himself and he's just going to retreat to his quarters. And now that we have a little bit of direction, we can take a look at the Sheikah Stone. There's another one in the Temple of Time, but we're probably not gonna spend too much time in seeing exactly what these have to offer. They're cute, but I would still like to show what they show. So we've already completed the inside of the Deku tree, but in case you were having issues with any of these particular puzzles, quote unquote, the game will sort of show you some hints on how to succeed. I mean, it's pretty basic and you don't have to worry much about them, but if there are any interesting ones that I happen to stumble across in the future, then I'll be sure to let y'all know, but I think our time here in the village is absolutely done, and nobody will miss me, except for her. Where's the castle? What is a castle exactly, by the way? And Saria is actually going to be nowhere to be found. And if he tried to leave earlier, this boy would have been dancing in front of us. He would not have been T-posing, but maybe he's just showing off his incredible biceps. We Kokiri will die if we leave the forest. You're not going to try to leave, are ya? Well, I mean, try to stop me. You guys have relentlessly tortured me over the short 8-year existence of life that I've had here, and you should all be thrilled that I'm going. So if anything, I'm leaving to spite you all. Goodbye, and I hope I never come back. Although, out of thin air, and she appears. Yeah, she knew that we would leave the forest someday, because we're different. And we're not meant to be here. But it's okay, because we'll be friends forever. She wants us to have her ocarina. So I guess this means we're engaged, but it is a memento from Saria and is very important and, dare I say, instrumental to the plot of this game. We can play different notes and it'll be important for virtually every aspect of this moving forward. But every time I play, I will think of her and come back to the forest eventually. Man, I love that scene so much. Even as a child, I was riveted and so touched by their relationship that it was just remains one of my favorite interactions between characters. It's just so innocent and so genuine that, I don't know, it just sticks with me even all these years later. Only to then be ruined by our friend Kapora Gabora. Everybody knows the owl who is 10 times more incessantly annoying than Navi ever has been. He's going to interrupt us every so often to tell us about where we need to go and how to look at a map. And I guess he's okay for the story, but this is the part that gets people is, did you get all that? It auto defaults to no, so he repeats everything, but yes. We will go ahead and be on our merry way, because the way that I was thinking we would do this is hopefully we'll just go and backwalk as fast as we can all the way to Hyrule Castle. Backwalking is incredibly fast compared to normal, and even though rolling could probably get us there, backwalking is twice as fast as just regular walking, and I would just like to get to Hyrule Castle Town before, you know, night breaks. And something tells me we're maybe not gonna make it. Oh no. Go Link, go. Oh boy, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tight. Oh shoot. Come on. So long as the music's still playing, we'll be fine. Oh yes. Best of all, we're still gonna have this sundown lighting, which I absolutely love in every single area of the game. Time doesn't pass in settlements like this, so we don't have to worry about it turning night while we're here. I am thrilled that we made it. So what better way to spend our time than by yucking it up with the fuzz? And I am so bored. Things would be so much more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. Brother, to walk a minute in my shoes. But yeah, he's going to keep things on the lowdown and turn this into a rage room of sorts so we can destroy all the stuff in here, slow down the game even. Thank you. And we can get a ton of rupees out of it, but more importantly is the Skulltula that is hiding here. So let's go and take that out and grab another one. So that should be number 4, I think, but a good place to get a few spare rupees here and there, just in case you might need them. But yeah, get out all your aggression in here, and hope it's not a classic case of entrapment. Because I feel like it would only be too easy to coerce a small child into destroying a room filled with jars. Hell, he was even encouraging us. But welcome to Hyrule Market Square. This place is lively and bustling with activity. You got a bunch of characters here. I'm late for a very important date. Oh, you're not gonna go rob an old woman, are you? We also have this crowd. Hey, who bumped me? You got this man who's just going to laugh at us. This beard is my pride and joy. Doesn't it look luxuriant, kid? So this girl is trying to chase this chicken that is louder than everything else. And of course, we've got the couple who celebrate PDA. Interpol is their favorite band for a reason. But they are just so entranced with each other. Oh man. Most important, I would say, is our friend Malin. And she's going to recognize us as a fairy boy from the forest. How does she know who I am? Her father owns Lon Lon Ranch, and that's pretty important because he went to the castle to deliver milk and he hasn't come back yet. So maybe something we should take into consideration. This old woman made a lot of money. And maybe she should look for more things to sell. You know, like Lake Hylia, where things flow down the river and end up there. Not bad. There are just so many people here. If you go upstairs, I actually, aside from a couple of rupees, there's a man who is contemplating his life and he wants to aim for the bushes while my hero plays, but can I even talk to him from down here? I thought I could, but maybe not. We've got the chess game over here, and we've got an alley that has some secrets for us, but a lot of this is inaccessible during the day hours. Oh, I heard there's a mysterious fountain somewhere near the castle. Yeah, please don't talk to me anymore. And a lot of these rooms we can't really enter just yet, but this one we can. And this is gonna take us to a very cozy looking house. You have a little dog bed over here, and you've got a bunch of pictures. The photo of the dog. This also looks like a very comfy sleeper. Like, I would probably accidentally fall asleep here. There's a bust of little Richard too? Oh my god. There's dog food up there and like the dishes on the floor. Wow, they really put in a lot of detail into this. You can also adjust the view from here. I guess having the rafters visible is a choice, but we'll be coming back here just a little bit later. What else is there to do? I don't want to get started with the next leg of what we're supposed to be doing just yet, but there's, oh, it seems strange that packs of dogs roam our streets at night. Doesn't that seem weird to you? I mean, not really. They're just having a grand old time getting into misadventures and mischief and whatnot. Hey, what's wrong with loitering around all day, huh, kid? Yeah, you're creepy. So one time I was playing a randomizer with the entrances also randomized, and this is where I spawned as an adult. It was kind of annoying because, or no, as a child. And so switching to an adult was like really weird and awkward, and I didn't like it. Oh, her back itches. That's not good. Well, there's a couple of buildings here, and I don't know if I really want to get too much into a lot of them. They're shops that aren't exactly open for business just yet. I mean, this guy is incredible. My current hot seller is a Hylian shield, but it might be too big for you, kid. Stop looking at me like that. He's got arrows on sale, but he can't sell it to us right now because of the laws and the tariffs. But also, 80 rupees for a Hylian shield. We could do it, but I would highly recommend against it for the time being, because we'll be finding another one for quite cheap soon enough. Also, there's a rumor that there's a monster out there that eats Hylian shields for breakfast. Like something, right? I don't know. You know it's a like. Is there anything else really to do? We have the potion shop here, and this place isn't really all that helpful for us right now. It does sell some interesting things from Fabio. Hey kid, if you want to carry medicine, you need a container. He sells blue fire for 300 rupees, which is kind of obscene, but green potion to recover magic, red to recover health, and nuts. Of course, you gotta have nuts. He also sells pose, aka ghost spirits. Sell it to someone who is crazy about weird things. Unfortunately, for virtually everything here, a bottle is needed. There's a rumor going around that there is a potion shop that can make the ultimate medicine. Okay, thanks, man. I do appreciate it. But I would say that the Happy Mask shop is also pretty important, and we're going to be doing quite a bit of side questing for this later, but sadly, it is closed. So how the shop works is that they do not sell masks, they lend it to us so that we sell the loan masks, and then we take the money back and they'll give us the quote-unquote newer model. So it's kind of like a pyramid scheme, but somehow worse. And we're gonna be diving right on in. What a strange shop. I wonder when it'll be open for business. It still seems weird, but hey, got some cool looking masks over here. Looks like the mirror shield from Majora's Mask, Gibdo Mask. You got emaciated King Kong over there and like a Pigma. And then over here you've got some pretty terrifying... Oh, that looks like the All Night Mask. Huh. I mean, it's fun to look at, but I think that should just about do it for our time here in Ocarina of Time. Next time, we continue our adventure by heading to Hyrule Castle and meeting with Princess Zelda herself. We'll make a few friends along the way, probably a few enemies, and maybe we'll even get into a little bit of combat, but I'm actually not too confident about that. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you here next time. Damn, I love this game.